Good morning. Thank you for coming together this morning to reflect a truth that holds profound significance. Solidarity in the context of Palestine is more than a concept. It's our survival way and our bond and moral commitment to each other. When I say solidarity, I refer to the act of standing together in the face of discrimination and fragmentation, grief and injustice. I refer to the invisible ties that keep us upright and that make us together all over the world. We are talking about two kinds of solidarity, of course, local solidarity as Palestinian to each other and international solidarity. Why solidarity matter in Palestine? In Palestine, there are more than one layer of challenges: military occupation, detention of children, demolition of houses, forces evacuations, education under fire, detention for whole families, displacement and deep loss and grief. In such conditions, individuals alone will not do anything. So we gathered with each other in order to keep things right. Consider these realities. I can say that in early September 2025, more than 11,000 Palestinians are held in Israeli prisons and detention centers. Among them, there are 49 women and 400 children. Of those detentions, we are talking about 3,577 prisoners who are under administrative detention without charging or trials. Since the Israeli military campaign of October 2023 reports incidents in Gaza Strips as Palestinian woman has been killed an average about once every hour, with thousands of mothers among those victims. The female population in Palestine stands approximately 2,067,000 women, which is almost 48% of the total population. Imagine how this catastrophe. This statistic show how sharp this crisis and how urgent that we need solidarity in this situation. Of course, solidarity comes in small actions and in big action. We first see the solidarity when we say about home demolition, for example, when neighbor help his neighbor, when a student cannot attend a class because of checkpoint and his classmate will solidarity with him, when families and friends solidarity in the grief side. But for example, for our situation in our neighborhood, in Al Bustan neighborhood, international solidarity succeeded to be from 2005 till today to freeze the demolishing orders that the Israeli occupation give to the whole neighborhood. Al Bustan neighborhood is almost 100 houses with 1,500 people who live in the neighborhood. The whole neighborhood have demolishing orders. So for our case, we succeeded to make like a protestant. This protestant succeeded to make like advocacy and solidarity all those years. And we always use this term, we are buying time in Jerusalem. How we buy this time? By solidarity with the people who live inside. It's like a silent war inside Jerusalem, especially because in Gaza you can see the bombing, the killing, the blood, and you can solidarity with all the things that happening. In Jerusalem you will hear different story in the media. You will not hear about people being killed, and they will use the term terrorist when they demolished the house of someone live in Jerusalem. But the facts that they are tending to make public gardens, to make plans for the municipality, Israeli municipality, of course. So we succeeded to make like an advocacy campaigns and solidarity campaigns in our solidarity tent that was demolished not one time, not two times, for 6 times. And each time the people there succeeded to make a new tent and a new campaign. So when we talk about advocacy and visibility abroad, we need the world to hear about our circumstances. We need the world to know more why the demolishing happened, what is happening to the women, to the children. This will increase the humanity and not just showing the suffering of the people. We always say from pain we create hope, and this is what really we need inside Palestine. The hope that we are not standing alone against the occupier. One kind of solidarity also is institutional support, organization and association that deliver psychological support and legal aid, empowerment programs. This will increase the solidarity, of course. Shared identity and capacity building. When Palestinians across regions, West Bank, East Jerusalem, Gaza, and diaspora, link their voices together and link their efforts together, as we today gather from different places, West Bank, Jerusalem, and people from outside Palestine, and also voices from Gaza via the Zoom. We linked our voices together and efforts and became stronger than acting apart. Of course, in the context of solidarity with women especially, I will say that we see in the last years a lot of example about solidarity with women cases, as women, of course, faces discrimination, occupation, economic hardship, displacement, violence, and in many cases detention or loss of family members. When women are supported emotionally, socially, and economically, legally, entire families and communities will have benefit. By standing in solidarity with Palestinian women, we are not merely responding to their individual needs. No, we are strengthening the social and the social fabric on our society. Today, let us renew our commitment. Let's listen to the women of voices in Palestine, not just to their pain, but also to their ideas, their hopes, their leadership. Let us support the institutions and associations on the ground in order to develop empowerment, legal aid, consultations, education, and community-based services. And let's take time for advocacy and international scale. It's very important for us in the ground. Ensuring that the stories of detention, diasporas, and women under SIGA and heard loud and clear. For example, we were talking today with our colleague Muhammad Ikmail about this situation of a person in Gaza, and it was public in the media, and all the people heard about the story of this man who was in the prison, in the Israeli prison during the war, and he was a victim for sexual abuse. And imagine that this man, he's a family. He has a family, he have daughters, and he have a wife. And when he come back from prison, he was suffering from sexual abuse, and he was suffering from injuries, and also he was suffering from bad emotional and psychological situation. So people like that need to be focused not only in the media but also in our advocacy and solidarity cases, because as much as we deliver those messages and talk more, as much as those stories will not be numbers. We don't need only to know the numbers of the statistics that they give us in the media or in the internet. We need to know persons. We need to talk more about what is happening deep inside, those stories that no one will show you in the media because they think that there is largest and biggest issues to be in the media. But to talk deep in order to create this this unity between the humans. And we need, of course, to connect across borders, faith, generation, building alliance that reinforce our mutual humanity, not divide us. In conclusion, solidarity is not optional. It's not a temporary. It is a lifeline that blends us together in pain and in hope. In the hardest days, solidarity remains our bridge to dignity, justice, and freedom. Thank you.